X factor. From 1 hour before sunset till after sunset, the sun radiates B factor and a little bit of X. In the hours intervening, the sun is radiating primarily Y factor and Z factor, which are very destructive factors. Yes?
Does that change during daylight savings time?
The time that the sun is going to come up is going to change depending on where you are. For instance, if you were in the Arctic, there are times of the year where the sun is almost always in sort of a low 1 hour away from sunrise or sunset position. Well, at those times, you're going to always be getting X and B. Or, yeah, X and B. Now, why am I giving you this? Well, for instance, if you're meditating first thing in the morning around sunrise, and the sun is emanating X factor, and you're saying this particular prayer, you're setting up a resonance between yourself and the sun. And you're setting up a pathway so that your body, instead of receiving a subconscious amount of X factor, you're going to start to receive many times more than the average person of X factor, so that you begin to accelerate the process of your own evolution. And this is actually a specific type of meditation, where you get up first thing in the morning, you face the sun, and you don't just face it and sort of look at it with your eyes closed. There's a specific way to look at it. When you look at the sun first thing in the morning, sunlight's really different. Yes? Yes?
I have a question. Who's your teacher?
I've had several teachers.
I mean, in the Dzogchen tradition, who's your teacher?
It's not a Dzogchen teacher.
This is a
Toth
Dzogchen.
was my first teacher.
Well, what Tibetan Lama do you study with?
Wasn't a Tibetan Lama.
But this is a Dzogchen Ati Yoga practice you're talking about. And
it's
very
actually older than that.
Oh.
Much
okay.
older.
There are serious prohibitions about giving this practice.
Well, this
You
isn't
do know that.
this isn't a Dzogchen practice.
This is a Dzogchen practice.
But it's older than that.
Okay.
So this is well known outside the Dzogchen
But
community.
you've not practiced with a Dzogchen master, right?
Not a Dzogchen master.
Are you a
that's right.
Buddhist?
I like Buddhism.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes.
I'd like to be in my hot tub for the rising sun. Is that okay?
You got a cool house.
I do. Please come.
So, in this technique, there's a certain way to look at the sun. First thing you do is you imagine that the sun is a disk, like a clock. And each of these disks, well, each part of the disk can be separated into 4 parts. And so you begin saying your mantra, Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pima Siddhi Hum, at 12 o'clock. And you say it about this far, about 2 solar disk diameter away from the sun itself. And this is only at sunrise. Don't do this at midday when the sun is pretty bright. And at sunrise, the sun is not going to hurt your eyes. So you say it at each of these stations 5 seconds. So, Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pima Siddhi Hum, you can say it about 2 or 3 times at each station.